Hey everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I wanted to do something just a little different, and I've done some of these in the past of just like health updates, just little chit chat videos, but I wanted to give you guys an update of what's been going on with me. So this is a me update, not family, because I'm going to give that a break because there's still a lot of things that are going on, and I don't want to put that on you guys or feel that you guys need to feel bad for me or for my family. But there's a lot of things that are still going on. But again, this is about me. So I'm going to be selfish for the next however many minutes that I can get this in. But it is Monday and it's about 7:10. So my goal is to get this done in about 20 minutes, hopefully. But I had mentioned before that I have been doing this weight loss program, and I've done so many in the past. So just to guys give you a picture of what this is, 44 years old, soon to be 45. And I have struggled with my weight and my health for many, many years. I've had a partial thyroidectomy. I've had my thyroid removed from nodules and it affecting my breathing and other things of my body. So I do take medicine for that every day. I also take anti-anxiety medication at nighttime. I do take Lexapro, which maybe mid last year, I had to up my dose because my anxiety was getting the best of me. Interference. I'm editing the video, currently editing the video, and I mentioned a little bit that you just saw was about my anxiety. I also struggle with depression, and obviously you guys know from last year with everything that's been going on, just my emotions took the best of me. So my anxiety and my depression, we're in full swing. We're in full swing. So I wanted to add that. I wanted to add that. So let's just go back in the video. I do aid it to what happened last year, and then, so I take those. So I take morning pills and I also take night pills. I also deal with IBS. I've been diagnosed with that since I was young. Not like kid young, but, teenager young. I would get excruciating pains, crouched over, pale skin. I mean, people thought something was wrong, and obviously something was wrong. So I've had to maneuver how I eat a lot of ways, but then I would regress and then flares up my IBS. And then what that ended up doing was affecting my process, the exiting of my body. It affected a lot. So I also have to take an extra fiber to help that process. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that. Hopefully you guys can get that. So I take that as well. And I notice that if I don't take it on a day-to-day basis, my system, my IBS, will react. And at times my IBS will either keep me from going because I'm in so much pain, or two, I'll be in so much pain and then I have to go. And it's typically flared off of food, or it could be flared off of stress and, things in life. So I take that as well. So now we're to 3 pills practically every day, morning, and then 2 at night. So that's a total of 3 pills. So back to finding out that I had thyroid disease, I had an enlarged goiter in my throat. And for many years, family or friends would be like, something's up with your throat. You need to go get that checked out. Has anyone ever pointed it out to you? And I remember only one physician had pointed it out to me, but he never really emphasized that it needed to get checked. He just says, yeah, you've got a pretty large large thyroid going there. Have you ever gotten that checked? And I'm like, no, because no one's ever told me. He goes, okay, and left it at that. Never talked about it again. So then moving to meeting with one of my family friends who a friend of mine who has a family member that is a nurse practitioner. I started going to her, and I've been going to her for about maybe 6 years now, maybe a little longer. And she kept mentioning, she was the first that would always mention, Rosa, you've got this enlarged thyroid. Have you got it checked out? I said, no, never did. This, and I told her the same story, and she goes, I think you need to get checked out. So she would always write me an order to go and see a specialist, but never did it. I never did it until I started realizing that, like, even at nighttime, like I'd cough in the middle of the night because I couldn't really breathe at night or whatever, would weigh down on something. My voice would get very, very tired, and you can tell. And so I was then told by my endocrinologist that your thyroid could also affect your weight gain and your weight loss. So when I finally met up with an endocrinologist about 4 years ago, he kept me on a year-long, was it 3 months or 6 months, to kind of check on my thyroid, and it kept growing. The goiter was growing. It was active. And so then he referred me to a specialist who would do the procedure if he saw fit for the procedure, meaning removing it. So I said, okay. Went and saw him, petrified, because I'm like, this is major surgery. I'm getting my throat cut open. What if something else happens? I did do an update, or I did do a video over on my vlog, on this vlogging channel, about the process of going through surgery and the after. So if you guys are interested in that, please go check that out. But I did do a video based on that. So I have gotten a few, not a lot, a few messages. Hey, how's your thyroid going? And so I thought, why not add it into this video, since I'm going to be talking about my weight loss, and they're kind of, connected in a way, meaning the body and how it works and what it's doing. So went and saw him. He then said, based off of all your sonograms, because I'd done several, based off of my biopsy showed that no, it wasn't cancerous. It was benign, but it's active, which means it's going to continue to grow. So I could either cosmetically live with this thing that's growing, or remove it and not be one of those people, because I did do, Google is horrible, go down a rabbit hole on Google of what it enlarged goiters on people and what it looked like, and some of them were like massive, and I'm just like, I can't do that. So we then agreed to move forward with surgery. Luckily, we did that, because the findings were, not only did I have an enlarged goiter, I also had some tumors behind my thyroid. And then I also had a very enlarged calcium pocket that at some point would have needed to be removed. So he ended up removing that. The biopsy on the tumors then showed that they were not cancerous cells, that they were all benign. Although he only removed the right side, I still have my left side. So my left side, till to this day, we are still monitoring. We're making sure that it's not growing. And so I see my endocrinologist because my last endo, he retired. Happy for him. But I have a new endocrinologist, and she's amazing. Not to say my last one wasn't, but she's amazing. So now, because she's my new endocrinologist, she's got me on it every 3-month watch, just to make sure that my blood work is still okay, that the medication that they have me on is okay. And at first, a few months ago, my blood work came back a little bit. My numbers were very low, low enough to bring concern, but not low enough to say ultimate change. Like, we've got to change things. We've got to do something. We've got to go. We've got to get you in. We've got to take this out. Da 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 da. So we did change the medication to something else, but luckily for my insurance. it didn't cover that, but we're going to try to just pay out of pocket for it. And from what I gather, it's a few dollars. It's not much more than what I pay for. So hopefully that'll go well. So we're going to try that, but I need to finish. She wants me to finish the medication that I'm currently on before we go into the new one. So with that being said, in regards to my thyroid, it's still there, my left side. We're still under monitoring of my left thyroid. I'm still on medication. But finding out that it was connected to my weight loss, because before I went in for my surgery, I was much lighter than what I'm currently am right now. And then once my thyroid was removed, I gained that plus some more. So, and again, so also my left thyroid has other nodules that they're also watching. So I do have several. They're small, but they're still watching those, as reason why my new endocrinologist is watching them to make sure they're not growing, because my numbers were low. They're still, I mean, they're a little better, but they're not where she would be more comfortable with. So I am, so she just wants to make sure that we're still good, A-okay, with no problem. So I now see her every 3 months until she clears me to see her every 6 months, and then go back to the norm of once a year. And that could have been off of a number of things. That could have been off of me just being a stress eater, worry eater, because that's what I am. I'm also a snacker. I don't truly eat large meals. I'll eat small meals and I'll snack throughout the day. Now, going into my weight loss process, I've learned that smaller meals is good for me because it keeps my metabolism, but I have to be careful with what I'm eating. So you guys may have noticed last year, the year before, or 2 years ago, I did another weight loss program and was eating, a shipment order, and it worked great. It worked great. But realistically, y'all, when it was time for me to wean off, it wasn't, what I was eating with that wasn't the norm day-to-day stuff. So I would try to substitute, okay, I can do this and then not do that. This will work better to replace this. And I even had a coach that would help me, but for some reason it just didn't work. It didn't work. And I was really depressed about it, because I was smaller than what I am now, and it just sucked. I didn't do much exercise. I used to run all the time. I would be, you would catch me outside running. My husband would always say that running is stupid. Running is only meant for if you're running from something, or if you're getting caught, run, right? Instead of running just for fun. But I flipped that on him, where he loves to cycle. I'm like, cycling is ridiculous. You're on a bike, you're big behind on a bike, on a itty bitty seat. That hurts. Negative ghostwriter. I'm not doing that. So he likes his thing, I like my thing. So up until, I want to say, last year, I ran into, so the owner that does my lashes, she and I have talked once in a while, and she was at work scheduling me, and I was like, you look amazing. What are you doing? So she said, I'm doing the Ozempic shot. And I said, what? She goes, yep. This is what I do. It curbs your appetite. You can still eat what you want to eat. I mean, you want to fine tune it, but you can still eat all the good stuff you want to eat. If you want to have pizza, eat pizza. I could not eat pizza, pasta, nothing on that other diet, y'all. Nothing. I love my bread. I love my pasta. I love pizza. I love all the greasy stuff. The reason why I've got IBS. Go figure. So I ended up meeting with the owner of the company that provides this shot. It's a wellness center. She's also a nurse practitioner. Sat down with her. We did blood work. We did a full body, talk out. We talked about everything. And we started off small on the dose. And the reason why we did is because it can affect my thyroid, which we knew going in. And so we are, I've stopped that now because I am down 29 pounds, give or take, when Aunt Flo wants to come into town. But I'm down 29 pounds and my goal is to continue. And how am I doing that off the Ozempic? Here goes. I've been riding the Peloton, and I also have been walking on my new treadmill that you guys saw in my last vlog that I can now leave linked down below. It is probably one of the best things that were sent to me outside of all of my 1,000 vacuums over my cleaning channel, because we all know how expensive vacuums can be and cleaning products can be. But this thing is amazing. It's literally like, it has helped me so much where I get excited to even walk on it, to think about walking on it. But what happens when I'm in this mindset is that's all I focus on. Like I focus on my weight, I focus on what I'm eating, and it does a number to my brain. It does a number to my heart, it does a number to my self-psyche, my anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, Rosa, like seriously, how much water have you had today? Did you need to have that? Did you need to have that? And it's just tough. It is tough. But what I am doing differently going into this year is, one, recognizing why I created my vision board. And I cannot tell you guys any more from the heart that creating something as small as a vision board can mean so much more and bigger in your life. Now, it doesn't have to be about growing a YouTube channel or but creating something for self-care, reading, sleeping, taking a rest, saying no to things, minimizing your craziness, is so important. And I'm at fault of not being able to recognize that. And I knew coming into this year that I needed to take back what meant the most to me, which was my health. Because if I'm not here to take care of myself, I can't take care of anyone else. So, with that being said, bad habits are still around. I vape. I vape because I'm stressed a lot of the times. I vape because it's that one thing that can't let me down, except for when it runs out. And I know that it's not something that people like to hear. I look at it this way: at least I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore. I've stopped that a while ago. So I give myself credit for the small achievements. I've stopped smoking cigarettes. I hated the smell. I hated having to hide it. I hated having to wash my hands and hated that smell on my hands. Like, I don't like it. I'll walk by someone who's smoking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I found that attractive, or I found that a stress reliever, and I smell like that. Negative. I'm too cute to be smelling like trash. Now, if you're a smoker, I'm not calling you that you smell like trash. I ain't saying that. But when you stop smoking and you smell it on someone else, you're like, yeesh, that's not cute. But ultimately, you do you, boo. You do what's best for you. And for me right now, mentally, I am doing what's best that I can do. I am still a mom. I'm still a wife to a husband that stuck around in the most hardest time in my life that I still give hell to. Still to this day, and I know I do. And he's still there. Like, who wants to be with someone who's dealing with crap in their life? Like, who wants to be there with someone who is just stressed out of their mind that they can't see right from wrong, up from down? They can't even tell what time of the day it is. They don't even remember that it's Valentine's Day coming up, y'all. They don't even think of the next day. Like, who would want to be with him? Him. My husband, TK. That's a good person. That's a good man. And I need to recognize that. Not that I haven't in the past, but it's hard to recognize the good when you're dealing with the bad. And not to say that he's perfect, because hell, we know he ain't. And not to say that I'm perfect, because hell, we know I'm not. But to stick it out with someone with as many flaws as I have, and for him to stick it out with me knowing that how many flaws that he has and things that he's got to work on, that's hard. You working on yourself by trying to still deal with someone who needs to work on themselves, and there's so much trash in the middle. There's so much clash. There's so much stuff that gets in the way, that takes away from the importance of why y'all are together, or why I'm still a mom, why I want to be a mom, not why I'm still a mom, but why I want to be a mom. My boys are my life, and I can't give them 100% of me if I can't give myself 100% of myself. And I'm wanting to sit down and create this video because I just did a nighttime cleaning video. I did the editing for it, and I reviewed the treadmill, but I really wanted to just share with you guys that we're in a world that is filled with so much chaos and so much noise, so much distraction, that we lose focus on what's important. Us, our mental, our psyche, our whatever helps you with that, going to the Bible, going to music, going to go to bed, going to like just whatever. We lose sight of that. Do you know I removed myself from reading and being in the Word for an entire year? How much I'm going to say it, I hated God for him putting me through the crap that I went through mentally and emotionally. How I hated the idea that I went through that, and he put me there. But then we have to reflect back as to why not? Why not me, Rosa? Why not you going through what you're going through right now? Because all it ultimately did at the end was remind me of who he is. Now, I'm not trying to go down a spiritual path here, but you know, my church is linked down below in the description box. Y'all are welcome to go check it out. But I just wanted to give you guys an update of where I'm at. And where I'm at mentally, spiritually, is I'm still figuring it out. And it's okay. My health is getting better day by day. Maybe not with this, but it's getting better day by day in regards to me being aware of what I need to do. I've been changing my eating habits, eating more greens, eating more vegetables. Greens and vegetables are the same thing. Eating more fruit, produce, like just eating more of that. Although I just had some chips and dip because the hubs made some amazing like cheese venison dip last night, and it was whoo. But I only ate this much. Okay, this much, that much. I ate some with some cracker. No. With some chips. I ate that. But I just wanted to, you know, I need to take care of me. And I'm so excited that you guys are along with me on this journey in regards to watching my vlog channel and looking forward to my weekly uploads and seeing what I'm wearing out the week. And I love those. Those are so cool. I love them. Even though mine are extremely corny, meaning, you know, the editing and the lighting and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm no pro. No pro. I did not go to school for editing video content. I did not go, no. I learn as I film. I learn as I edit. As to why I decided to do it in the bathroom, because there's more light in today's video. So, Take care of yourself, guys. Remind yourselves, remember who you are. Remember that even through the hardest times, you will make it through. You will make it through. There is, trust me, light at the end of the tunnel. I used to ask myself that all the time last year. Where's the damn light? Where's the damn light? I turned to drinking more last year. Like I said, I was smoking cigarettes like crazy. I'll be honest. I was smoking a pack of cigarettes every 3, potentially 4 days. I would buy them when they were on sale, 2 for $14. Y'all, this girl was legit. I was deep in a spot, in a dark hole that I know that many of you have gone in and have experienced and probably still in. And I can only tell you by experience, it's going to get better. So my bit of advice is, even in this dark spot that you are in, create a goal list, even if it's like 2 or 3 things. Waking up every day, going to bed every day, eating something a day. It doesn't matter, large or small. Make a vision board. It reminds you of what you want to accomplish. You're gonna hold yourself accountable, especially if you're your worst critic. You're gonna hold yourself accountable. I'm not gonna just read 3 books this year. I'm gonna read 4. Hell, maybe even 5. Who knows? Just do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. That's all I can say. My health is getting there. Like I said, I'm getting better. My thyroid is what it is. We're still getting it watched. My weight, I'm still down 29 pounds, almost 30 pounds. Eating better. Being aware of what I'm eating. Eating dark chocolate versus milk chocolate. And I love dark chocolate. But now it's like, which dark chocolate's the best dark chocolate? That's where I'm at now. Drinking a boatload of water, drinking seltzer water versus soda to give me my caffeine, whatever. Using healthier choices of creamer for my coffee. Because even though sugar-free may sound good, it may not be the best for you. I still drink, use almond milk. I don't get the fruity cereals. I just use bran cereal, Bran Flakes, or Cheerios, or even Raisin Bran. Y'all, if that ain't fancy. Raisin Bran. Yes. Raisin Bran. That just aged me. What else? Take a hot bath. A hot, long bath. Just sit there. Do you know I have a medical stool in my shower? And the reason why I did that is because everything else that I bought have either mildewed, rusted, or whatever. This joker here, I have no shame in my game that I went and ordered that bad boy off of Amazon, and I put that in my shower. Ain't nobody going in my shower. And if they did, they'd enjoy that seat, because all you gotta do is just sit there and let that water hit you. Just let it hit you. It works great for me in the morning because I'm not a morning person. So when I get up and I get in the shower, I just sit there and let the water hit me so I can wake up. And half the time, it doesn't wake me up. So I just thank you guys so much for being present and being here and being concerned about me and asking me how things are going. I will at a later time give you guys the tea of what's going on elsewhere. But right now, because I have not talked about where I'm at in my relationship with my husband, where am I at mentally, where I'm at physically, emotionally, I haven't talked about that. And I wanted to share that with you guys in today's video. I'm sorry that it's not the normal week outfits or week in a life, but I just wanted to sit down and have a chit chat with you guys and give you guys an update of me. And I enjoy my job. although it can be stressful at times. And I keep reminding myself, is this why I went back to work? But when you look at why I'm there, when I reflect back to why I'm there, then I say, yes, this is why I came back to work. You really have to have a passion and a love for your job, for it not to feel like work, for you want to stay there as long as you can. But at the same time, be okay with allowing yourself to take a me day. Call into work, take a day off, and then do absolutely nothing. It's okay. I give you permission. Put in that time. Call in tomorrow. Let them know. You tired. They did something to your brain. You tired. And for you to be 100% the next day, you need a day off. Weekends are never enough. Saturday and Sundays are never enough. And y'all should know that. Because the minute that Sunday come around, you're like, gotta go to work. So, but I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys being here and over on my cleaning channel. I will link that treadmill down below. Y'all know I got a Peloton. I could link a Peloton, but we all know how expensive Pelotons are, but that treadmill is about $130. Best investment you'll make, especially if you're just needing to get 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, and you'll feel good about yourself, because I've been feeling amazing getting on that treadmill, prop up my tablet, watch a video while I walk, and the time goes by. I don't even pay attention. So I don't pay attention to it, but thank you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.